Kasi, tawag dito, yung tanong kanina nakita ko sa isa sa mga GC ng housemates namin. Ay, wait. Ayan na. Alright. So, handa na ba ang lahat? Gising na ba ang lahat? Nagkape na ba ang lahat? Naisawsaw na ba ang Spanish bread? No? Sa mainit na kape, no? Gising na, handang-handa na, no? Ayan. If handang-handa na kayong makinig, no? Ilagay ang ating ipinagsisigawan mula day one sa ating chat box. Kung handa nang sumagot this morning, pakilagay ako naman, no? Kung gising na at handa nang magsimula, pakitype sa chat box, ako naman. Parang small letters yon, Gerald. Oo, dapat big letters. Ikaw talaga, Gerald. Oo. So with that, no? Paulan na naman natin ng heart, oh, ang ating pinakamamahal at isa sa pinaka pundasyon ng The House of Real Estate, Attorney MJ Mamalateo Juzay. Hi, Attorney. Magandang buhay po.
Hello, good morning, everybody.
Ay, my goodness naman, Attorney. Busy na lahat.
Morning.
Ay,
Good
Attorney.
morning. It's nice to
Bongga
see you all
naman.
again.
Ang ganda naman, Attorney. Ginulat mo naman kami sa lahat naman ng gising, ganyan ang pinaka-fresh. Hi, Attorney. Magandang buhay.
Gandang buhay, housemates. Good morning. It's nice to be back. Namiss ko kayo. And I will be with you for the next 2 mornings in preparation for the big day. Not the big one, the big day.
Lindulan pala, no? Attorney naman, sa lahat naman ng gumising. Parang hindi mo kang papahirapan for the next 2 days ang mga housemates naman.
Sige, tignan natin.
So with that, no, without further ado, no, the floor is yours, Attorney. Enjoy, everyone.
Okay, thank you. Hold on, I'll just share my slide. Okay, do you see it?
Yes po, Attorney.
Okay, hold on. I will just open the chat box so I can see if there are comments. Hold on, set up tayo. Okay, so, um, wait. Bakit ayaw? Ayan. Okay. So, good morning, everybody. Today we will start our final coaching. Today our topic will be on fundamentals of property ownership. So, we have 200 questions for you to answer. This will be questions that will be asked in different ways. So, be careful when you read each question. You make sure when you're answering the exam note for you to read carefully the whole question. Don't assume that after you've read 3 to 5 words, that you already know the answer. Read it all the way until the end of each question because the exam may just be checking, no, if you really understood the question. So before you choose your answer, make sure you read carefully the entire question. Uh, Huwag kang mag-jump into conclusion. After 3 words, 5 words, alam ko na yung sagot dito. Don't. Because sometimes the questions give you ano uh give you or ano no what do you call that, ano ba magandang term, parang trick question, no, it may be a trick question, no? So make sure nabasa mo yung buo, don't make assumptions, no, and choose the closest answer that you have available, no? Um, Kaya importante for you to know the basics, no? The basics, so that when there are no exact answers dun sa choices, you can still be able to choose the best, the closest, based on your knowledge, based on the basic rules that you know. Okay? So, if all else fails, apply nyo yung basic knowledge, apply nyo yung basic rules to come up with the closest or the best answer. Okay? Naintindihan ba? Naintindihan ba? So, yun ang rule natin ha for today. I will share with everybody the questions and answers, no, after this session. I intentionally did not share it yet before this session because I don't want to preempt, no, yung ating session today. So I want everybody to be able to tap, no, yung stock knowledge nyo na in answering the questions for today. Okay? All right, so let's start. So fundamentals of property ownership, first question. This classification of immovable property refers to contracts and servitudes and other real rights over immovable property. So ano ba yung tinatanong dito? No? What's being asked here? It's we're talking about classifications of classification to ha. Classification. No? We're talking about classification ng immovable property. Ano ba yung different classes, no, ng immovable property? Saan mo makikita yon? No? Where do you find it? Anong article? Correct, Cherry. Very good. No? You will find it under Article 415 of the Civil Code. No? So there are 4 classifications. No? Ano ba yung classifications na yon? Ano ba yung NIDA? No? We have N for classification of immovable by nature. No? Ano yung I? Classification of immovable property by incorporation. No? Ano yung D? By destination. No? And ano yung A? What's A? By analogy. So there are different classifications of immovable property found under Article 415 of the Civil Code. No? So based on that, no, the first question, no, is asking about one of the classifications of immovable property. So alin yun? So correct. It's analogy. Immovable property by analogy. That's the answer to question number 1. Okay, let's go on. What's this? Ito naman. This classification of immovable property refers to those which are essentially movable. So movable siya. But they are considered immovables, no? Because they are attached and becomes an integral part, no, of the immovable. No? So this is by incorporation. Okay. Next, blank imposes limitations on the ownership of real property by its owner through zoning, ordinances, and regulations. So kaya to? Blank imposes limitations. Dito, ang tanong dito, you have to think, ano ba yung mga limitations on ownership, no? On ownership of property, no? So, yes, Charisse, no? So, mga legal, no? Kasi legal, bakit legal limitations or limitations imposed by law? No? Bakit? Kasi ang tanong dito, no, what imposes limitations on ownership of real property by its owner through zoning, no? Ano ba ang zoning, 'di ba? Those are mga laws, no? Considered laws and regulations, no? So these are limitations on your right as an owner through zoning ordinances and regulations, no? So mga legal limitations. O ito, blank is a gift of real property by virtue of a decedent's last will. Ha? Gift, ha? Kailangan, although syempre, ang question naman sa, the question during the exam, multiple choice, so definitely nandun yung sagot, no, it will be there. But for our purpose today, para at least, no, mas mahasa, no, matrain, and ma-remember natin yung mga sagot, no, sana for today's exercise, for today's purpose, yung exact word, no? Yung exact term, yung bigay natin, yung isagot natin. So, it is device. So, kapag last will, galing sa last will, no? Yung source nung gifting of real property, no? You call it device. Okay. So number 5, blank is a type of property relationship. So ang tanong dito, property relationship. So isipin muna natin, ano ba yung mga different types of property relationship between married people? So pag-isipan natin. So ang tanong dito sa number 5, blank is a type of property relationship under the family code, wherein ownership of all properties acquired by the spouses before or during marriage are separate. Tingnan nyo, ha? Ayan na, yung mga nag-a-assume. Ang dami na sumagot. Ang dami na kagad sumagot. Diba? Ang dami ng sumagot. Absolute community of property. Hindi nagbasa hanggang dulo. No? Blank is a type of property relationship under the family code wherein ownership of all properties acquired by the spouses before or during marriage are separate. No? So dito, separation of property, no? Ang sagot. So dun sa mga nag-assume kagad kasi nabasa kagad property relationship under family code, mali na kayo kagad. No? So ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, basahin nyo hanggang dulo. Read the entire question before you answer. No? Although may time limit yung exam nyo, no? But this is not a speed contest. No, it is not a speed contest. So, wala na bang extra points if you finish answering ahead of the others. Ang importante lang is you finish the exam on time. No? Matapos nyo on time. Hindi naman kayo mabibigyan ng extra points or extra credits for finishing the exam ahead of the others. So use that time wisely. use that time wisely. Gamitin nyo yung oras. Read the question very carefully. Reread. Basahin mo ulit if you have to until you have fully understood the question bago ka mamili ng sagot. Okay? Okay. Number 6. Blank is designed to pass title to heirs. O ano to? Mga terminologies to. Fee, this is fee title. Fee title is designed to pass title to heirs. No? Kung hindi nyo pa na-i-encounter yung term, take note of it. If you haven't encountered it yet, take note of it and learn it. You still have time. Okay, number 7. Blank is the law allowing former Filipino citizens who have acquired foreign citizenship to retain Philippine citizenship. Ano kaya to? Kumpletuhin nyo yung sagot. No? Republic Act 9225. No? Ano ba yung title niyang law na yan? No? What is the title of that law? Yes, the Citizenship Retention and Reacquisition Act of 2003. No? So, siguro for the laws no that you have to recall, no? So dapat meron na kayong summary niyan, 'di ba, of all the relevant laws that you need to be aware of, no? Kung ano yung number ng law and the title, no? The title of the law. So you para ka may cheat sheet ba, no? That you can refer to for you to go over and review the list of all the relevant laws that you have to remember for the exam. So, number 8. Blank is the principle of ownership, which mandates property owners to use their property in a manner, kulang pala yun, in a manner that will promote not only their interest, but also the general welfare. So, yung stewardship principle. Okay, number 9. So, blank refers to the land above and below the Earth's surface, including all things permanently attached to it, whether natural or artificial. So, the answer is real estate. So, alamin nyo rin, what's the opposite? What's the opposite of real estate? Okay, number 10. Blank refers to leases or rentals wherein the period may be specified, or if not, the lessor may terminate at will. Para madali lang to. Number 10. Ano to? About lease to. Yes, no? So, Russell, the correct answer is tenancy at will. Again, if you haven't encountered the term, this is the first time you've heard about the term, take note and you learn what that term means, no? Para ready ka for the exam. You still have time. Okay, next. Number 11. Blank refers to the reversion. Reversion of property to the state due to the intestate death of an owner without an heir. So ito madali, SG. Okay. Number 12. A blank refers to the different administrative methods of acquiring public lands, such as homestead, pre-patent, sales, or special patent. Yes, public grant. O, so alamin din natin ano yung opposite na public grant, diba? Okay. Number 13. A Filipina who got married on August 3, 1988, bakit kaya yan yung date, no? May sell her property to her husband provided they have blank. Oh, they have, ano, ano kaya? Kailangan ba judicial? Kailangan ba judicial? Meron silang, they entered into a marriage settlement before entering into the marriage. But ang importante, may marriage settlement sila of complete separation, no? Of property. Okay, next, number 14. So a foreigner who was granted Filipino citizenship through the enactment of a Republic Act approved by Congress may own land of how much kaya? Of how much? No? A foreigner who was granted Filipino citizenship through the enactment of a Republic Act approved by Congress may own land, no? Of how much? How much? Bakit 12 hectares? Ba? Pag Filipino ka ba, may limitation ba sa area that you may acquire? Ah? May limitation ba sa area of land that you may acquire once you are a Filipino? Diba? So, yun yung sagot. No? Yun yung sagot. O, yun dun sa mga nagtatanong, yan ba yun sa BP 185 or sa RA 9225, mali pa, 9225, hindi 9255, no? It's 9225. No? Basahin mo ulit yung tanong. Basahin nyo ulit yung tanong. May foreigner. Ang tanong dito, if you need to translate it in your head, no? Please don't be embarrassed, no? If you need to translate it in your head for you to better understand it, then do so. So, ang tanong dito, may foreigner daw. Binigyan mo siya ng Filipino citizenship through a Republic Act. Okay? So, yun yung facts mo. Yun yung facts mo. May foreigner na binigyan mo ng Filipino citizenship through a Republic Act, through a law. So, once yung foreigner na yan naging naturalized Filipino, may limitation ba as to the area of land that he may acquire? May limitation pa ba? Ha? May limitation pa? Yan ba ang sagot? Wala na, di ba? Pag Pilipino ka na, di kahit gaano kalaki na area of land, pwede na. Hindi naman titignan dyan na, anong klaseng Filipino ka ba? No? Pag bumibili ka ng lupa, anong klaseng Filipino ka ba? Natural born ka ba? Or naturalized ka ba? Hindi naman issue yun eh. Diba? It's not an issue. Basta Filipino citizen ka, pwede kang bumili ng land, you may acquire land without any limit. Si Ray, may tanong. Attorney, question po. Saan po ulit mag-a-apply? Sandali, wait. Saan po ulit mag-a-apply ang 12 hectares? O, yung tanong ni Ray, anong sagot dito, class? Kailan daw mag-a-apply yung 12 hectares? Ha? Kailan mag-a-apply ang 12 hectares? When you are applying for patents, di ba? For agricultural patents, di ba? Yung patent, pag nag-a-apply ka for patent, syempre, yung government, the state, is the owner of the land, no? So, the state or the government sets a limit. Pag nag-apply ka ng patent, ito lang, 12 hectares lang ang pwede kong ibigay sa'yo. Hindi walang limit. No? It's not without any limit. Kasi syempre, kapag walang limit yan, then how do you allocate enough land? Remember, ang land, limited resource yan. Right? Hindi naman nadadagdagan yan eh. Right? So the state, the government who owns it, has to regulate how much can I grant you? Pag nag-a-apply ka ng patent. So nagsaset yung law ng limit. Okay? So doon nag-a-apply yung 12 hectares. Pero kapag Filipino ka, whether natural born ka or naturalized ka, diba, gusto mong bumili ng lupa. Okay? Dapat ka bang bigyan ng limit kung gaano kalaki ang gusto mong bilhin? Pilipino ka naman, no? So let us remember that when you are a Filipino, no, walang limit as to the area that you may acquire. Okay. Number 15. No, number 15. A non-marital. No, ngayon, the politically correct term, non-marital. Hindi na illegitimate. No? This is pursuant to a decided case of the Supreme Court. No? So, para hindi naman I suppose offensive, no, for the person. Now we don't call them as legitimate or illegitimate. Now we call them as marital or non-marital. Okay, so number 15, no, a non-marital or illegitimate minor child may use the surname of the father who is married to another, provided the father executed what? An affidavit of acknowledgement. Actually, sa birth certificate, no, kasi may proforma naman na birth certificate, no, itong affidavit of acknowledgement is already part of that birth certificate. So, if the father, no, wants to recognize or acknowledge the birth of the non-marital child and wants that child to use his surname, he may do so by executing that or signing that portion of the birth certificate. Okay, number 16. No? A woman inherited property before her marriage. So, oops, sorry. Ay, pati yung ginawa ko. Wait lang. Sorry, nawala yung chat box. Wait. How do I minimize this? Ako, ayan. Sorry, may napindot. Okay. Ay, okay. Number 16, a woman inherited property before her marriage. Kailan ang kasal? March 1, 1989. Okay. Ang tingnan nyo na, pag ganito ha, ang hinahanap na dito, o pag may date of marriage na ha, tingnan nyo yung date of marriage, no? Para malaman nyo yung cut-off. Okay. If there was no marriage settlement prior to her marriage, said properties will form part of, so ang tanong dito, ano yung property relation? No couple, no? Nung mag-asawa. So, kung ang marriage took place after the family code, no? Effectivity ng family code, ang mag-govern na property relationship nila is absolute community of property. Okay, before I go to number 17, ano ba ang date of effectivity ng family code? Alam ba natin? Ayan, August 3, 1988. So, tandaan nyo yan. No? Tandaan nyo yan kasi importanteng date yan para malaman nyo yung cutoff. Ano yung applicable na property relationship between the spouses, no? Conjugal partnership of gains ba? Or absolute community of property. Yan ang relevant date. The date of effectivity of the family code. Okay? Tandaan nyo yan. Number 17. An owner of a house borrowed money from the bank but failed to pay his loan. And the property was sold at public auction. This is referred to as a method of acquiring title by an involuntary grant and private grant. No? So, ano yung mga different modes of acquiring ownership? Meron tayong voluntary and involuntary grant. So, between those two types, merong private grant, merong public grant. Okay. Number 18. Can a co-owner sell his rights over an undivided portion? Yes or no? Yes, this is one of the rights of a co-owner of an undivided property. So kung co-owners kayo and the property is still undivided, any co-owner may sell his proportionate share over that undivided property. Okay, best answer po ba ang involuntary grant? Oo, involuntary. Involuntary. Wala namang foreclosure grant. Involuntary grant. Because you're asking about the mode of acquiring ownership. Okay, number 19. Please okay. Ayan, may magsasend na. Okay. So number 19, for couples who cohabit as husband and wife, who are not capacitated to marry each other. So, ito sa tanong na to, kailangan isa-isahin mo yung binibigay na facts. Okay? Isa-isahin mo. Meron daw 2 tao, may couple. Nagsasama sila as husband and wife. Pero, hindi sila capacitated to marry each other. Okay? Nasusundan ba? May 2 individuals. Nagsasama sila as husband and wife. pero hindi sila pwedeng magpakasal sa isa't isa. Bakit kaya? Bakit kaya? Probably, yung isa sa kanila or pareho sa kanila are married. Diba? Kaya hindi sila pwedeng magpakasal sa isa't isa. Right? Only the property they acquired by them through actual joint contribution of money or property while living together are owned in common in blank to their respective blank. No? So, kung nagsasama kayo na hindi naman kayo kasal dahil hindi kayo pwedeng magpakasal sa isa't isa. No? Dahil may legal impediment. No? May legal impediment. Bakit may legal impediment? Malamang meron sa inyong kasal sa iba. Right? May kasal sa iba, kaya nagsasama kayo, pero hindi kayo pwedeng magpakasal kasi hindi ka capacitated to marry each other. Yun yung ibig sabihin nun. No? Yun yung ibig sabihin na not capacitated to marry each other. May legal impediment for you to marry the other. No? So, the answer here is the property they acquired by them through their kailangan actual joint contribution. So, kung wala kang ambag, wala kang na-contribute, magkano ang share mo? Ha? Kung wala kang naiambag, wala kang actual na contribution, magkano ang share mo dun sa property na yon? Zero. Zero. So, ang sagot dito, you own in common in proportion. In proportion to your respective what? Ambag. Dun sa contribution mo. No? So, ang ownership mo over that property is proportionate to your actual contribution. Naiintindihan ba? Naiintindihan ba? So kung nagko-cohabit kayo, nagsasama kayo as husband and wife, pero may legal impediment ang isa sa inyo or pareho kayo na may legal impediment to marry each other, no? When you acquire property during the time that you are living together, no? Ang share mo dyan ay depende sa magkano ba ang actual mong na-i-contribute, yung actual mo na ambag dun sa pag-acquire ng property. So, kung wala kang ambag, edi wala kang share. Kung meron kang ambag, magkano yung actual contribution mo? Okay? Kung 10%, 15%, 20%, 80%, paano po titles? So, well, hindi kita masasagot ng straightforward because for these situations, no, it's very common for them to not actually declare, no, what is their actual marital status. So, syempre, yung documents, yung mga parties involved will only rely on what are your declarations, di ba? Kung sabihin mong pareho, single kayo, di ba? So, single kayo, hindi kayo lang kasal sa isa't isa, di ba? That's possible eh. It's possible. So, for these scenarios, you really have to look beyond, no? Look beyond the title. Okay, next. Number 20. If a domestic corporation such as ABC Corp wanted to lease lands of the public domain. So dito, we're talking about leasing of lands. What type of land? What type of land? We're talking about leasing of lands of the public domain. So pwede bang mag-lease ang domestic corporation? Pwede bang mag-lease ang domestic corporation ng lands of the public domain? Yes. But the lease can only be for a period of 25 years, renewable for another 25 years. Anong, sa 20, anong legal basis nyo? What's your legal basis for that? Anong legal basis? Saan nyo makikita yung sagot? For number 20. Saan nyo makikita ang sagot? Ay, naku po. Mga bata. 1987 Constitution. Okay? You will find your answer under the 1987 Constitution. Okay. Next, number 21. In case two people, pareho silang single, they're both single, live together as husband and wife since 2022, their property relations will be governed by the rules on co-ownership. Ngayon, iba na yung scenario. Iba na yung scenario. Itong number 21, nagsasama ang dalawang tao. Married ba sila? Hindi. Pero, may legal impediment ba sila to marry? Wala. Kasi, ang sabi dito, pareho silang what? Pareho silang single. So, kung pareho kayong single, ibig sabihin, there's no legal impediment for you to marry. And, nagsama kayong dalawa as husband and wife. Kaya lang, hindi kayo, what? Hindi kayo married. Hindi kayo kasal. Okay? So, kung hindi kayo married, wala naman kayong legal impediment to marry each other, ang property relations nyo will be governed by the rules on co-ownership. Ano ba ang difference dito sa number 21 dun sa number 19? What's the difference? Ano ba ang difference? Anong difference ng co-ownership at saka yung number 19? Yes, yes. Sino ba yung sumagot nun? Equal shares kayo pag co-owners. So, ang assumption is equal share kayo. Versus dun sa number 19. Sa number 19, ano nga ang share mo? Proportionate. Dun sa actual contribution mo, dito sa 21, governed kayo by the rules on co-ownership. So, ang presumption, equal kayo. Equal kayo. So, sa number 21, so pareho silang single, nagsama sila together as husband and wife, no? Yung isa, nagtatrabaho, yung isa, stay at home. Nag-aalaga sa mga bata, nag-aalaga sa bahay. Bumili sila ng house and lot for the family. Ano ang share nung nagtatrabaho? Ano ang share nung nagtatrabaho? Anong share ga? Dalawa naman kayo. Diba? So, ang share nung nagtratrabaho, 50%. Ano ang share nung nasa bahay, na nag-aalaga sa bata, nag-aalaga sa bahay? 50 rin. No? Kahit wala siyang actual contribution in the acquisition of the house and lot. Yun yung diferensya. No? Significant ba yung difference na yun o hindi? Significant difference ba yun? Oo naman. Oo naman. Yeah? Okay. Number 22. Name 3 exceptions wherein foreigners are allowed to acquire real property in the Philippines. Name 3 exceptions wherein foreigners are allowed to acquire real property in the Philippines. Okay, number 1, you acquire the property before the 1935 Constitution. Number 2, so through hereditary succession. Number 3, ano pa kaya ang pwede? Kailan ba pwede mag-acquire ng real property dito? Yes, through the acquisition of a condominium unit. Diba? Allowed ba mag-own yung foreigner ng condominium? Yes, subject to restriction. Hanggang 40% lang ng project ang pwedeng ma-acquire ng foreigners. Okay. Number 23. Police power, eminent domain, and power of taxation referred to as blank. Ano ba to? Ano ba to? Mga limitations. Limitation saan? Limitation sa ownership. And what do you call these limitations? Hindi inherent power yung sagot kasi nandyan sa question yung inherent powers eh. So, hindi yun yung sagot. So, itong police power, eminent domain, and power of taxation, what do you call these limitations? You call them constitutional limitations. Okay, so police power, eminent domain, power of taxation, referred to as constitutional limitations, are inherent powers. Mga inherent powers yan ng state. No? Inherent powers of the state which imposes limitations on the ownership of real property by its owner. Okay? Okay. All right. On next. Number 24. The blank includes property interests which are attached to the ownership of real property. The blank includes property interests. Ano kaya yung property interests? No? The blank includes property interests which are attached to the ownership of real property. Ano kaya sagot dito? Bundle of rights. Ang bundle of rights, yan yung mga property interests. So, the answer here is bundle of rights. So, if you read it completely, the bundle of rights includes property interests. Which are attached to the ownership of real property. So when you own real property, you own not only the thing itself, not only the tangibles, but also the intangibles or the bundle of rights or property interest, diba? So, dapat by now, alam na natin yan, diba? When you own real property, You own both the intangible property and the intangible property. Ano ba yung intangible property? Ito yung property interests mo. Ito yung bundle of rights mo. Okay? So, malinaw ba yan? Malinaw? Okay. Next. Number 25, the blank provides that an owner is obliged to utilize the land not only for himself but also for the general welfare. O, alam niyo na yan, stewardship principle. Ay, sorry. Ay, ang kulit nitong chat box na to eh. Number 26. Okay, the children inherited property from their father who just died. So, ang scenario mo dito, pag ganito ha, pag ganito, ang tanong, mag-picture ka na sa isip mo. Mag-isip ka na. May mga anak nag-inherit daw ng property dun sa father nila who just died. Okay? So the right over the property shall be deemed transmitted to the heirs from the father's time of death. Okay? Okay. Number 27. The finder of hidden treasure. So ngayon, usapang hidden treasure na tayo ha. Usapang hidden treasure. May finder. No? May nakahanap ng hidden treasure. No? Yung hidden treasure na yun, saan nyo nahanap? Sa property ng iba. Okay? Sa property ng iba. So may finder ng hidden treasure na nakita niya sa property ng iba. So pag ganyan ang scenario mo, the finder is entitled to how much of the value of the hidden treasure? No? 50%. Ano ba? 50%, di ba? Unless, no? Pag ang finder is a trespasser, magkano ang share niya? Pag trespasser ka, o magkano ang share mo? Wala. Okay. O, so, sabi natin dito, yung finder, 50% ang share niya. Sino yung owner nung kalahati? Sino yung owner nung kalahati? Syempre, nakita mo yan sa property ng iba. So, sino yung owner ng kalahati? Syempre, yung may-ari ng property. Alangan naman, akin to. May nahanap kang hidden treasure dito sa property ko. Ikaw, may 50% ka, di ba? The owner of the other 50%, syempre, yung owner ng property where the hidden treasure was found. No? Okay, number 28. The marital consent of the husband is not required in the sale of the blank property of the wife if the couple got married in 1986. So, himayin natin dito ang facts. Kailan ang kasal? Kailan ang kasal? Kailan ang kasal? 1986. O pag 1986, anong property relations nyo? Conjugal partnership of gains. Okay? So, kapag conjugal partnership of gains, ang property relation, sabi dito, yung consent ng husband, hindi daw kailangan pag nagbenta ng property yung wife. So, kailan yon? Ano yung situation wherein the wife can sell property without the consent of the husband? So, ang binibenta niya, ang binibenta ng wife dito ay exclusive property niya. Or kapag sa wife, ano bang tawag sa exclusive property? Paraphernal property. Sa lalaki, sa husband, how do you call yung exclusive property? Pag sa husband, capital. Okay? Okay. Number 29. The principle of blank provides that all lands of the public domain belong to the state. O yan, no-brainer na yan, kaya kaya nyo na yan. Regalian Doctrine. Number 30, the right to receive blank demonstrates the right of an owner of parcel of land to receive civil fruits. So, ang pinag-uusapan natin, different types of fruits. So, civil fruits ang tanong dito. So, ano kaya ang example ng civil fruit? Rent. Rent. So, ang sagot dito is rent. The right to receive rent demonstrates the right of an owner of a parcel of land to receive civil fruits. So, dito dapat natin alamin ano ba ang different types of fruits. Ano po ang different types? What are the different types of fruits? Meron tayong natural, meron tayong industrial, and civil. Okay. Dapat alam niyo na yan. Okay. Number 31. To apply as dual citizen of the Philippines under RA 9225, one must be a former natural-born Filipino and file a petition with, saan ka ba nagpa-file? Saan ka ba nagpa-file? With the Bureau of Immigration. Okay, number 32. Two neighbors enter into a sale of a house and lot in cash. Okay. This mode of transfer is referred to as voluntary and private grant. Okay. Number 33. Under the law, a blank may not purchase the property of the person under whom the administration of the property is given by reason of the fiduciary relationship involved. So, dito ang sagot is legal guardian. The legal guardian. Under the law, a legal guardian may not purchase the property of the person under whom the administration of the property is given. Ano bang tawag mo dun sa person under whom the administration of the property is given? Yung ward niya. You call that the ward. So dito, under the law, a legal guardian may not purchase the property of his ward. Bakit? By reason of the fiduciary relationship between them. Okay? Next. Number 34. What are the classifications of land of the public domain under the 1987 Constitution? So, meron tayong agricultural, meron tayong forest or timber, meron tayong mineral, and natural Kumpletuhin nyo, di ba? Natural park. Okay. Next, number 35. What are the two classifications of property as to mobility? As to mobility. Yes, so immovable or immovable. Real property or personal property. Index. Number 36. What law authorizes the issuance of residential patents to residential lands? Very good. RA 123. Number 37. Sino ba ang considered Filipino citizens? Saan mo makikita ang complete list ng sino ba ang... Naku, hindi ganyan ang sagot. Who are considered Filipino citizens? Saan mo makikita yung listahan na yan? Sino ba ang mga Pilipino? What law? What law do you look at? You look at the 1987 Constitution. Okay? So, sa 1987 Constitution, may listahan dyan. Sino ba ang considered na Filipino citizen? So, sino nga ba? Sino nga ba? Who are considered? Naku po, yan ba talaga ang sagot? Ano ang number 1? Ha? Naku, ayusin niyo ang mga sagot niyo, ha? Ayusin niyo yung mga sagot niyo. Sige. Ano po? Ha? Yan, number 1. Pinanganak ka before the 1935 Constitution. Ano pa? Sino ba ang mga magulang natin? Sino ang magulang? Ang magulang mo, kailangan ba dalawa? O pwede kahit sino? Either one. Diba? So, either parents, pwedeng Filipino. So, pwedeng mother lang ang Filipino. Pwedeng father lang ang Filipino. Or pwedeng pareho. Ano pa? Naturalized, no? Yung isa, nakalimutan na. Yung merong date. Born of a Filipino mother. Natatandaan pa po ba? Natatandaan pa ba? Nasa Constitution yan. Born siya before January 17, 1973 of a Filipino mother. And upon reaching the age of majority, ano ba yung age of majority? 18. And upon reaching the age of majority, ay pinili ang Filipino citizenship. Okay? Hoy, tandaan nyo naman, huwag niyong kalimutan. Ang source, ang law that will give you the list of who are considered Filipino citizens sa 1987 Constitution. Section 1, Article 4 of the 1987 Constitution. So, 4 yun. 4 ang list. So, you are born before the 1935 Constitution. Yan, sige. Sige ha, alamin nyo yan, please. Please refer to Section 1, Article 4 of the 1987 Constitution. Okay. Next, number 38. CX got married last January 2000. But ngayon, legally separated na siya sa husband niya. Okay. So, kung January 2000 ka kinasal, ano ang property relationship mo kaya? Ano kaya yung property relations nyo? Sige, isipin natin. So, may ano kayo, no? Absolute community of property. Now, in case si X daw inherited property after the legal separation. When we talk about legal separation, saan ba ina-apply ito? Saan ina-apply ang legal separation? Sa court. So, ibig sabihin, itong legal separation na to, granted sa court, in-apply sa court nitong mag-asawa na to. Hindi lang yan yung separation in fact. Meaning, kasal kayo, pero si husband nakatira na sa ibang bahay, si wife nakatira pa rin sa ibang bahay, no? Hindi usapang separation de facto ito. Ang usapan dito, may legal separation. When you say legal separation, this has been granted by the court. No? So kapag may legal separation na kayo, pati yung properties nyo, separated na rin. No? So kapag may legal separation na kayo, and si X, the wife, inherited property after the legal separation. And then X, si wife, can she sell that property? Can she sell that property? Pwede. Kailangan pa ba ang consent ng husband pag gano'n? Pwede ba niya yung ibenta nang walang consent ni husband? Yes. Bakit? Bakit? Kasi may legal separation na sila eh. So, nung na-inherit yan ng wife, may legal separation na sila. So, kay wife na lang yan. And pwede niya na yung ibenta without the consent of the husband. Okay. Malinaw ba yon? Malinaw ha? Okay. Now, number 39. So, X will get married this month. Pero wala siyang plan but does not intend to enter into a marriage settlement. So, kung ngayong buwan ka magpapakasal, isipin natin, ano pa ang magiging property relationship nyo? Ano ang property relationship nyo kung ngayon pa lang kayo magpapakasal? So, under the family code. So, absolute community of property. Okay. Okay, next. Number 40, X. A natural-born American citizen from Hawaii may own a house in the Philippines if X blocks the land and builds a house on the land. Yes. Kasi, bakit lease lang? Bakit lease lang? Kasi, foreigner siya. So, hindi siya pwedeng maging owner ng land. Okay. Ako, kailangan ko palang bilisan to, no? Okay, sige. I'll try to make it faster. Okay, number 41. Blank are fruits produced by cultivation or labor. Yan, dali na yan, industrial. Number 42. This classification of immovable property refers to those which are movable daw, but become immovable. Bakit? Bakit? By reason of the purpose they have been permanently placed by the owner or authorized person. So this is immovable by destination. Okay, number 43. Ownership of land includes ownership of portions blank and blank the surface. Blank and blank the surface. Pag owner ka ng land, you own everything that is below and above the surface, subject servitudes, special laws, or contracts. Okay, number 44. Blank is a kind of possession of property that is actual, continuous, adversarial, visible, and is required as an element of prescription to acquire ownership. Ano kaya to? What type of possession are we talking about? Ang hinahanap dito, yes, no? Adverse possession, no? Adverse possession is a kind of possession of property that is actual, continuous, adversarial, visible, and is required, no? Required siya, element siya for prescription to apply to acquire ownership over that property. Again kapag first time nyo na-encounter yung term, take note of it. Take note of it at aralin. May oras pa kayo. Number 45. Blank is a type of property that can be appropriated and manually transported from one place to another. Alam nyo na yan. Blank is Latin for let the buyer beware. Ayan. Alam na ang sagot. Caveat emptor. A common law doctrine that places the burden on buyers to conduct due diligence or reasonably examine the property before making a purchase. Number 47, blank is the law that allows former natural-born Filipinos to acquire lands in the Philippines for business. For business purposes. Amendment yan, yung RA 8179. Amendment yan. But what is the law? RA 7042, ito yung Foreign Investments Act of 1991. But that law has been amended. So yung kanina, yung sinasabi nyo na 8179, Republic Act 8179, that's only an amendment. Okay. Number 48. Blank is the process by which the land is taken against the consent of the owner. As in expropriation proceeding, execution of judgments, tax sales, and foreclosure of mortgage. So ano kaya to, no? Ang pinag-uusapan dito, yes, involuntary grant. Next. Number 49. It refers not only to the object or the thing itself, but also to all rights and interest over the thing. Yes, real property. Number 50. Blank refers to ownership only as long as the grantee is alive. Life estate. Okay, number 51. Blank refers to the temporary or limited turnover of the use and possession of one's property to another at an agreed price or lease. Okay. 52. A child born out of wedlock from minor parents, but who eventually got married. No? Himayin natin, himayin natin. No? May bata, no? Ipinanganak sa dalawang minor na parents na hindi pa kasal. No? So, may dalawang minors nagsama, nagkaanak ng hindi pa kasal. Pero eventually, nagpakasal sila. Okay. What now will be the classification of that child? Ano ng classification? Una, ipinanganak, hindi pa sila kasal. Minors pa sila. Diba? Hindi pwede magpakasal. Pero nung naging of age na sila, nagpakasal na. So ano na ngayon ang classification nitong batang to? Legitimate na siya. Bakit? Anong process ang pinagdaanan niya? Through legitimation. So, through legitimation, itong bata na to na originally non-marital, naging legitimate. Dahil kinasal naman later on yung mga magulang niya. Okay. Next. 53. So, a Filipino who became a Canadian citizen. Okay, so may Pilipino daw naging Canadian na. May still buy land in the Philippines for business purposes if he is a what? Ano? Ang daming sagot. Basahin mabuti. May Pilipino naging Canadian. Pwede pa daw bumili ng lupa sa Pilipinas for business purposes. Kailan yun pwede mangyari? Pwede yan mangyari kung itong Pilipino na to ay ano? Former natural-born Filipino. That's the only time na pwede siyang qualified to buy land for business purposes. Itong Pilipino na to, ano na ngayon ang citizenship niya? Ano na ang citizenship niya ngayon? Dito sa tanong na to, number 53. Oy, sa mga nagdudual dyan, kailan ko sinabi dito na nagdual siya? Diba? Yan, nag-a-assume kayo. Ulit, you're jumping the gun. May sinabi bang nag-reacquire or na-retain ang citizenship? Wala. Diba? So, ito sa number 53, Filipino, naging Canadian citizen. Ano na ngayon ang citizenship niya? Ano na ang citizenship nito? Canadian. So, foreigner. Diba? Ang foreigner ba, pwedeng mag-own ng land sa Pilipinas? No, generally no. Pero, kung former natural-born Filipino ka, pwede. Pwede. Okay? Pwede. Pwede kang bumili ng land for residential or business purposes. Ang requirement lang former natural-born Filipino citizen ka. Dapat ba natural-born Filipino ka para mag-qualify? Yes. Sino ba ang natural-born Filipino citizen. Alam nyo ba? Alam na ba natin? Alam na ba natin who are natural born Filipino citizens? Ah, paano ka nagiging natural born? You become a Filipino citizen without having to do anything to acquire it. No? Nasa 1987 Constitution din ang definition ng natural born citizen. Okay? So you became a Filipino citizen without having to do anything to acquire Filipino citizenship. And how does that happen? You were born of either a Filipino mother or a Filipino father or both parents na Filipinos. Okay, so malinaw ba yun? So ngayon, kahit foreigner ka na, Canadian ka na, pwede ka pa rin makabili ng lupa. Pwede ka pa rin makabili ng lupa. Bakit? Kasi former natural born Filipino ka. Okay? Malinaw ba yun? Okay. Kahit saan ka pa pinanganak, kahit pinanganak ka dito sa Pilipinas, pinanganak ka sa foreign country, pinanganak ka sa sabsaban, it doesn't matter. Okay? Ang importante, sino ang magulang mo? Yun yung tanong. Okay. So number 54, a foreigner under the Investors Lease Act or RA 7652 may lease land in the Philippines for 50 years and renewable for another 25 years. Okay. Number 55, a proceeding which the government undertakes in the exercise of its power to take private property must be with payment of just compensation and for what purpose? Public purpose. Okay. The number 56, the acquisition of land under the Foreign Investments Act is allowed for business purposes except for, so syempre, remember si Canadian natin kanina, no? Dati siyang natural born Filipino citizen, naging Canadian. So, for business purposes, under the Foreign Investments Act, pwede siyang acquire ng lupa dito sa Pilipinas. So, anong type of business ang hindi niya pwedeng pasukin? Buying and selling of land. Bawal siya mag-engage in that type of business. Okay. Next. Number 57, an owner of real property has a blank, which is described as the legal rights associated with property ownership, bundle of rights. Okay. Number 58, can a co-owner sell the rights of the other co-owners? Please pakibasa mabuti ang tanong. Can a co-owner sell the rights of the other co-owners? Sa mga sumagot ng yes, pag-isipan po nating mabuti. Can a co-owner sell the rights of the other co-owners? Can you sell what you do not own? Yun yung tanong dyan. Can you sell what you do not own? Syempre, hindi. No? Kung co-owner ka, ano lang ang pwede mong ibenta? Diba? Yung proportionate share mo lang. Okay. Number 59. For one to have a property relation of complete separation of property, the future spouses must execute this document before the celebration of their marriage. Yan, marriage settlement. Okay, number 60. If a parcel of land owned by the city is no longer intended for public use, it is regarded as patrimonial property. Okay. Number 61. In entering into a lease contract with a black, the lessee is in effect stating that it consents to lease the premises and to pay the price agreed upon, provided the lessor consents that should it sell the leased property, then the lessee shall be given the right to match the offered purchase price and buy the property at that price. Ano to? Right of first refusal. Okay. Ay, sorry. Wait, sagutin muna natin yung number 62. Name 3 grounds, no, to terminate a conjugal partnership or absolute community of property after marriage. So, ang tanong sa number 62, what are 3 grounds, no, to terminate conjugal partnership or absolute community of property after na marriage? So, number 1, syempre, pag may death of either spouse. So, number 2, meron kang judicial separation of properties. O, number 3, nagpa-annul kayo ng marriage. Okay. Okay. Ay, sorry. Number 63. Hindi pa pala tayo tapos doon. Number 63, the property reserved for the compulsory heirs of a decedent is referred to as the legitim. Number 64, this test is applied when a change in location can be made without injuring the real property to which it is currently attached. So we are talking about tests. We are talking about tests. Sa mga naging estudyante ko, siguro alam na to. No? There are 3 types of tests. No? To determine whether property is movable property or immovable property. So, tatlong tests yun. So, what are the 3 different types of tests? Ano yung tatlong tests na yun? Dalawang test by description and test by exclusion. So there are 2 types of tests by description and 1 by exclusion. So itong number 64, ano ba to? This test is applied with a change in location. So pwede mo daw ilipat. Pwede mong ilipat ng lugar ito without causing injury dun sa property to which it is currently attached. So kung ganyan ang property, ano siya? No, it is a test by description. And what type of property kaya to? What type of property is this? You may change the location without injuring the real property to which it is currently attached. So, movable property siya. Okay. Oh, ito. Anong sagot dito? Yes. No, the bundle of rights theory also means fee simple. So, kompleto. No? Kompleto. Yung ownership mo over property. So, meron kang tangible, meron kang intangible. So, what you have is a fee simple. Okay, number 66. The daughter of a Filipino. May anak yung Filipino. May anak yung Filipino. The daughter of a Filipino went abroad and naging foreign citizen. So, basahin muna natin, no? Then, the daughter may own land in the Philippines upon the death of the parents through hereditary succession. Okay. Okay. Oops, sorry. Number 67. The general classification of property under the Civil Code is that one is classified as movable property and the other is immovable. Number 68. The minimum amount of Filipino ownership of a corporation which intends to buy a condominium unit in the Philippines shall be 60%. Yan. Tama, no? Basahin natin ulit. Ano yung minimum amount ng Filipino ownership kung may corporation that wants to buy a condominium unit in the Philippines? I think wala, no? Kasi whether individual ka or corporation ka, no? Pwede ka naman bumili ng condominium. So, walang requirement, no, sa Filipino ownership kung bibili ka ng condo. Pwede ka maging foreign corporation and you can still own a condominium unit. Similar to individuals, di ba? Kung individuals nga na foreigner, pwede maging owner ng condominium unit in same manner sa corporation. Foreign corporations may also own condominium unit. So, wala namang restriction as to Filipino ownership, no, or foreign ownership if a corporation wants to buy a condominium unit. Okay. Number 69. The principle of blank states that citizenship of a person shall be based on the location of birth. Pag location of birth, usually. Ano yung opposite nito? What's the opposite of this? Ius sanguinis. Okay. Number 70. The share of a non-marital child in their father's estate is equivalent to the share of the legitimate of the marital child. So, how much is the share of the non-marital child? No? Kalahati or half of the share of the marital child. Okay. To be able to acquire land under BP 185, a person who is now a citizen of Australia should have been formerly a what? Natural-born Filipino citizen. Okay, so importante yan ha. Ang pagiging natural-born Filipino citizen, may premium yan. May premium yan. Bakit may premium? Bakit may premium? Kasi kapag natural-born citizen ka at na-naturalize ka in a foreign country, so syempre, nagiging foreigner ka na. Diba? Nagiging foreigner ka na. Now, as a foreigner, diba? Pwede ka pa bang mag-acquire or pwede ka pa bang maging owner ng land sa Pilipinas? Pag foreigner ka, generally, di ba sabi natin, you are not allowed to own land in the Philippines. Pero kung former natural-born Filipino citizen ka, pwede pa. Okay? Pwede pa. Ano lang ang catch? No? Ano lang ang catch? Kapag foreigner ka na, pero natural-born Filipino ka naman before, no? Pwede ka pa daw mag-own or mag-acquire ng land. No? Pero what's the catch? Meron ng limitation as to how much, as to the area that you can own or acquire. Siyempre, foreigner ka na eh. Tandaan nyo, foreigner ka na. So, generally nga, kapag foreigner ka, hindi ka na nga pwedeng maging owner ng land. Pero may exception. May exception dahil dati ka naman na natural-born Filipino citizen. So, the law allows you to still acquire or own land in the Philippines for residential or business purpose. Ang catch doon, syempre, bibigyan kang limit. No? Bibigyan kang limit o ito na lang ang pwede mo ngayong ma-acquire. Depende sa area, depende sa purpose. Okay? Okay. Number 72. Two people desire to get married under the family code. So sa family code, it is now required that their ages should be at least 18, yung age of majority. Number 73. Under the Philippine Retirement Authority or the PRA, a foreigner may reside in the Philippines and will be given a visa referred to as, anong type of visa to? So, anong visa? Special residence retirees visa or SRRV. So, ang pinag-uusapan natin ng mga foreigners dito, maybe a foreigner who was originally talagang of foreign citizenship. Or this foreigner may also refer to a foreigner who was formerly a natural-born Filipino citizen. So, whether you are originally a foreigner or a former natural-born Filipino who is now a naturalized naturalized citizen of a foreign country, you may still live indefinitely in the Philippines once you are issued this type of visa, yung SRRP. Number 74. What are the different classifications of immovable property under Article 415? So, na-discuss na natin yan, yung NIDA. Right? Number 75. What are the two entities involved sa right-of-way easement? So, dalawa. So, meron tayo subservient estate and yung dominant estate. So, we also have to know, sino dyan ang dominant, sino dyan ang subservient. Okay, number 76. When a person inherits real estate from the deceased who dies with a will, may will ito, but which was declared void. May will pero na-declare daw na void. Would be an inheritance through intestate succession. Kasi may will nga siya, pero ang will na yon na-declare naman ng void ng court. So kapag void yung will, it's as if wala kang ginawa na will. So kung wala kang will and you died, the succession of all your assets of your estate will pass to your heirs through intestate succession. Okay. Number 77. Siguro to, alam niyo naman. Number 77. Who can own land in the Philippines? Who can own land in the Philippines? Sino? Filipino citizens. O sige. Yes, and also domestic corporations. Kapag domestic corporation, meron bang Filipino citizenship requirement? If it is a domestic corporation, there has to be a 60-40. Ano yung 60? 60% owned by Filipinos and the 40% owned by foreigners. Okay. Okay. Number 70. So X inherited a piece of land in 1986. And then she got married in 1987 without any prenuptial agreement. So the said property is considered as exclusive. Bakit exclusive? Bakit exclusive? So ano ang property relation ng mag-asawa na to? Conjugal partnership of gain. This is under the Civil Code of the Philippines. Okay. Now, if it is under conjugal partnership of gains, if you already own property before you got married, does that form part of the conjugal partnership of gains? Hindi. So, kung hindi siya nag-form part sa conjugal partnership of gains, ano siya? Exclusive property. Okay, exclusive property. Okay, may follow-up question ako doon. So, exclusive property mo, no? Kasi conjugal partnership of gains ang property relations nyo. Ngayon, itong property mo na to, yung exclusive property mo, earns rental income. So, during your marriage, this exclusive property, which owns rental income, no, is, how would you consider the rental income of that exclusive property? No? Yung fruits ng exclusive property mo shall form part ng conjugal partnership of gains. So, yes, that property is exclusive property. Kasi conjugal partnership of gains kayo. Pero, during the marriage, kapag yung exclusive property mo earns fruits, civil fruits, rental income, yung rental income na yan shall form part of the conjugal partnership of gains. Okay? Klaro? Klaro ba yun? Okay. Okay. Number 79. X, a British, wanted to buy a piece of land in Pasig City. To do so, X has to form a domestic corporation with a minimum Filipino ownership of the outstanding capital stock of at least 60%. Okay. Sorry. Ano muna? Number 80. X, a natural-born Filipino labor, no, migrated to the US and became an American. X now wants to do business in the Philippines and acquire land in BGC. So X can purchase a maximum area of what? 5,000 square meters. Bakit 5,000? Saang area ba siya bumibili? Urban. Number 81. Blank are the regulations of LGU governing land use zoning ordinance. Okay. 82. Blank are artificial things attached to the land. Improvements. Okay. Number 83. Blank includes the right to possess, right to use and enjoy, right to the fruits, right to dispose, right to recover, right to exclude others. Bundle of rights. Okay. Number 84. Blank is a proceeding wherein the government takes private property for road widening and payment of just compensation. Expropriation or power of eminent domain. So expropriation yun. Number 85. A blank is a written instrument used to voluntarily transfer ownership of land and or improvements. Anong tawag mo dito? A deed. Number 86. Blank is the delay or negligence in asserting one's legal right. Laches. Okay. Number 87. Blank is the law that allows foreign investors in the Philippines to lease private lands for 50 years renewable for another 25 years. Anong law ito? Leasing to ha, on leasing. RA 7652 or Investors Lease Act. Okay, number 88. Blank is the release or renunciation of a legal right embodied in a deed to relinquish any interest in property which the grantor may have. What do you call this? Blank is the release or renunciation of legal right embodied in a deed to relinquish any interest in property which the grantor may waiver of rights. Okay. Blank refers to a lease with a maximum of 99 years. Blank refers to a lease with a maximum of 99 years. Hindi. Yan. Maximum of 99 years. Ang perpetual lease over. So yan. Oh, ano pa? Sige, hula pa. Number 89. Okay. Blank refers to a lease with the maximum of 99 years. Ito ay estate for years. Estate for years. No? Hindi ito perpetual lease. Bakit? Ang perpetual lease, ito yung over 99 years. Okay? Okay. Number 19. Blank refers to a lease of more than 99 years. So, ito na. Sige na, pakisagot na po. Ayan. Ang number 90, blank refers to a lease of more than 99 years. Ito yung prohibited, bawal. Bawal under Article 1643 of the Civil Code. So, ito yung perpetual lease. So, alamin lang po natin yung distinction between perpetual lease and estate for years. Alin ang pwede, alin ang bawal. Okay? Okay. Number 91. Blank refers to the thing itself and to the interest, benefits, and rights inherent in real estate ownership. Alin yan? Which one is that? Anong sagot dito? Real property. Okay. Number 92, a couple got married in 1986. Oh, so nagpakasal sila, may marriage settlement sila na separation of property. For that marriage settlement to be valid, it must be executed blank the marriage prior or before the marriage. Okay. Number 93, a foreigner, they own land in the Philippines for either residential or business purposes if that person was a former natural-born Filipino citizen. Well, naman, former natural. Former natural what? Diba? Former natural-born Filipino. Kompletuhin nyo. Okay? Okay. Number 94. A former natural-born Filipino may acquire land in a rural area, not exceeding 3 hectares for business purpose under which law? Under RA 7042. As amended by RA 8179. Number 95. A sale by the city treasurer due to delinquent real estate taxes on the property is considered a blank involuntary grant. Okay. Number 96. All lands that are not of the public dominion are classified as private or patrimonial. 97. An owner whose land abuts a river is called a riparian what? Riparian owner. Okay. Number 98. Can the state acquire hidden treasure? Yes. May bayad o wala? May bayad o wala? May bayad for a just price. Ano dapat yung nature ng hidden treasure? It must be of scientific or for the arts, no? Okay, number 99. For prescription as a mode of acquiring title, it requires that possession and occupation must be for a period of blank. Ilang taon? Okay. How many years? No? Na open, continuous, and exclusive and notorious. Bakit, class? Bakit 30 years pa kayo? Ha? Sino ang nagsasabi ng 30 years? Sino pa? Ha? 30 years pa ba? 30 years pa ba? 20 years na. Which law reduced the number of years required from 30 to 20? Ha? RA 11573 class ha? Dapat alam niyo na yan by now. Hindi 30 years, 20 years, na-reduce na yan. Under RA 11573. O sino ang presidente na pumirma nitong batas na to? Sino ang presidente? Yes, Presidente Duterte. Okay. So, number 100 in 2022, the father of X donated to her a condominium unit in Makati. Ngayon, nagpakasal si X ng March 2024. In such case, the condominium unit will form part of the what? Absolute community of property. Okay. Now, Ran, 10 minutes ba? Or
Yes po.
wala?
Oo. Saktong-sakto talaga 10
Of course. Ay,
100. Talaga on time. Sige. We'll be back at 10:11.
okay,
10:11
10
p.m.
minutes. Later on, no, bigla siyang nagbigay na rin ng consent. Anong effect nun? No? Anong effect nun? Hindi siya ratified eh. Nagiging valid na ngayon yung sale. No? Once itong spouse na to, who originally didn't give the consent, but later on, Doon, nagbigay na siya ng consent, nagiging valid na ngayon yung sale. So once itong spouse na to, nagbigay na rin siya ng consent, hindi mo na pwedeng i-treat na void yan. Yun yung epekto. Okay? Okay. So, clear ba tayo dyan? Article 124 of the